Welcome to a thrilling journey through the shadows of history and folklore. We're about to embark on a path less trodden, where the allure of the unknown intertwines with the thrill of mystery. These are places where tales of the paranormal echo through the walls, where the past refuses to stay buried. Stories of spectral sightings, eerie sounds, and chilling encounters that defy explanation await. So, here's a bone-chilling tour of the 10 most haunted places on Earth. Our first stop takes us to the heart of England, the historic Tower of London. This ancient fortress has borne witness to 1,000 years of history, and it's not just the living who have tales to tell. The tower's cold stones echo with the whispers of spectral inhabitants, from the ghostly white lady who is said to waft a chilling perfume, to the phantom ravens that haunt its battlements. Then, there's the tragic tale of Anne Boleyn, the ill-fated queen who lost her head in the tower. Her spectral form has been spotted numerous times, often seen wandering the chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula, where her remains are buried. And let's not forget the spectral beast said to roam the tower grounds. There have been reports of a ghostly bear that terrified a guard so much he dropped dead of fright. From royal specters to phantom animals, the Tower of London certainly leaves a chilly impression. Next, we set sail to the haunted decks of the Queen Mary. The Queen Mary, once a beacon of luxury, now a vessel of the spectral. This grand dame of the seas, launched in the early 20th century, had a glorious run, ferrying the rich and famous across the Atlantic in unmatched elegance. Yet beneath the glamour, whispers of strange happenings started to circulate. Muffled cries in the night, doors slamming shut with no one in sight, and eerie apparitions in the promenade deck became the ship's new lore. As World War II swept across the globe, the Queen Mary was transformed into a troop ship, further steeped in tales of tragedy and untimely demise. Today, docked permanently in Long Beach, California, the ship serves as a floating hotel, museum, and a hotbed for paranormal activity. It seems the Queen Mary is still sailing the spectral seas, carrying its phantom passengers. Now, we journey to the eerily silent Aokigahara Forest in Japan. Veiled in mystery and shrouded by a chilling quiet, Aokigahara Forest has earned a somber reputation. Known as the Sea of Trees, this dense woodland at the foot of Mount Fuji has become infamous as a place of death. There is a chilling local legend that the forest is haunted by yurei, the tormented spirits of the departed. Visitors have reported strange experiences, from sudden chills to the feeling of unseen eyes watching them. Some even claim to have heard whispers in the wind, the supposed pleas of the lost souls trapped within the forest. The forest's eerie silence, intensified by the lack of wildlife, has been said to swallow sounds, creating a sense of isolation that only fuels its eerie reputation. It is a place where the line between the living and the dead seems blurred, a haunting reminder of our own mortality. Aokigahara Forest, where the whispers of the departed seem to echo among the trees. Our next stop is the imposing Eastern State Penitentiary. Rising like a fortress in the heart of Philadelphia, this behemoth was once the most famous prison in the world. Conceived in the early 19th century, it was a radical experiment in criminal reform. Solitary confinement was the rule, not the exception. Over time, the prison's reputation began to darken. Inhuman conditions, chilling tales of punishment, and the mental deterioration of inmates painted a grim picture. The prison closed its doors in the 70s, but it seems some inmates never left. Visitors today report hair-raising encounters. Disembodied voices echo through the halls, shadowy figures lurk in the corners, and a heavy sense of dread hangs in the air. Some even claim to have seen the ghost of Al Capone, the prison's most infamous resident, still serving his time in the afterlife. The Eastern State Penitentiary, a place where the past refuses to rest. We now venture to the secluded Paveglia Island in Italy. Nestled between Venice and Lido, this small, unassuming island holds a chilling history. In the 14th century, during the devastating sweep of the bubonic plague, Paveglia served as a quarantine colony. Thousands of infected, dying individuals were shipped off to this island, their last breaths echoing amidst the lapping waves. Paveglia's dark history doesn't end there. In the early 20th century, it housed a mental asylum where, it's rumored, a doctor performed gruesome experiments on the patients. The echoes of their anguished cries still seem to permeate the air of the now abandoned island. Over the years, numerous visitors have reported eerie encounters, whispers in the wind, sudden cold gusts, and fleeting figures in the periphery of their vision. Some believe these are the restless spirits of the plague victims and tormented souls from the asylum. Paveglia Island, an isolated haven for the tormented spirits of its past. Our journey now leads us to the elegant but eerie Chateau de Brassoc. Nestled in the heart of France's picturesque Loire Valley, this towering chateau boasts a history as rich as it is haunting. A twofold legacy of aristocratic grandeur and spectral sightings makes this chateau an intriguing paradox. The Chateau de Brassoc was once the stage of a tragic love triangle, resulting in a gruesome murder that supposedly left an indelible mark. The victim, known as the Green Lady, is often seen wandering the tower room, her face a terrifying tableau of gaping holes where her eyes and nose should be. Her chilling moans echo through the castle's grand halls, and her ghostly presence has been recounted by numerous guests. Despite this, the Chateau de Brassoc remains a popular tourist destination, its beauty seemingly undiminished by its ghostly inhabitant. So, if you ever find yourself in the Loire Valley, dare to visit the Chateau de Brassoc, where beauty and terror walk hand in hand. We tread lightly as we enter the cursed grounds of Pangar Fort. This eerie fortress, nestled in the foothills of the Aravalli Range in Rajasthan, India, is steeped in a spine-chilling history. Built in the 17th century, its grandeur has been long abandoned, now left to the mercy of the elements and the spectral entities said to roam its grounds. The fort's haunting reputation is rooted in an ancient curse, a tale of a sorcerer smitten by a beautiful princess. Upon her rejection, the sorcerer cursed the fort, condemning it to desolation and death. Since then, it's been a hotbed of paranormal activity, with locals and visitors reporting unexplained phenomena and spectral apparitions. Today, the fort stands as a chilling monument to its troubled past. The Indian government has enforced a strict rule, prohibiting anyone from entering the fort after sunset and before sunrise, making it the only legally recognized haunted site in India. Bangar Fort, a place where the line between the living and the dead blurs. Next, we check into the haunted halls of Banff Springs Hotel. This grand hotel, nestled in the heart of the Canadian Rockies, is as famous for its spectral inhabitants as it is for its stunning architecture. Constructed in the late 19th century, the Banff Springs Hotel has seen more than its fair share of history, and some say it's still inhabited by echoes of the past. Guests and staff alike report eerie encounters with apparitions. There's the tale of the spectral bride who met a tragic end on her wedding day, her ghostly figure seen dancing in the ballroom. And then there's Sam the bellman, who despite passing away in the 70s, is still reported to be helping guests to their rooms, his ghostly figure disappearing as soon as he's done. These spectral stories add a chilling layer to the hotel's rich history, making it a must-visit destination for thrill-seekers and ghost hunters. Banff Springs Hotel, where every room comes with a spine-chilling story. We now find ourselves at the infamous ancient Ram Inn. Nestled in the heart of England, this quaint, centuries-old inn holds a tumultuous past that refuses to fade away. Built on a pagan burial ground in the 12th century, the inn has been a silent witness to countless lives passing through its doors. Over the years, this unassuming inn has been the backdrop to a myriad of spectral sightings, each more chilling than the last. Ghostly children have been heard giggling in the dead of night, spectral monks wandering the corridors, and a demonic presence felt in the bishop's room. The most notorious apparition is that of a murdered centurion, seen on horseback, his spectral steed galloping through the inn. The ancient Ram Inn serves as a chilling reminder that some places are forever marked by their history. It stands as a testament to the past's refusal to die, its spectral inhabitants forever woven into the fabric of the inn. Ancient Ram Inn, a chilling testament to the past's refusal to die. Our final stop is the hauntingly beautiful La Recoleta Cemetery. Nestled in the heart of Buenos Aires, Argentina, this cemetery is an architectural marvel, home to ornate mausoleums and statues. But behind its grandeur lies a chilling history. Established in the early 19th century, it has become the final resting place for many of the city's elite. But some of these souls, it appears, aren't quite ready to rest. Whispers of spectral sightings and eerie occurrences are commonplace. The most famous among these is the tale of Rufina Cambaceres. After being mistakenly buried alive, it's said her spirit still roams the cemetery, knocking on the doors of other mausoleums as if seeking a way out. Then there's David Aleno, a gravedigger who, after 30 years of service, took his own life. His specter, they say, can still be heard jingling his keys in the early morning mist. La Recoleta Cemetery, where the living and the dead keep each other company. And so, our journey through the shadows comes to a close. We've traversed the eerie corridors of the Tower of London, sailed the ghost-ridden waters of the Queen Mary, and dared to step foot in Aokigahara Forest. We've braved the chilling confines of the Eastern State Penitentiary, Paveglia Island, Chateau de Brassoc, Pangar Fort, Banff Springs Hotel, Ancient Ram Inn, and lingered in La Recoleta Cemetery. Remember, the next time you feel a chill run down your spine, it might just be a ghostly whisper from the past.